On today's one-hour episode of Drinking Made Easy, we take a trip across the Pacific to visit our country's 50th state. We'll have beer brewed with coconuts.
I think we should start with coconut porter.
Okole Maluna.
Vodka distilled from pineapples.
You thought I was just another pretty face.
Actually, he thought you were Sammy Hagar.
And I have my first experience with a drink made from the mysterious kava plant.
You feeling a little lightheaded as well?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little yeah.
It's Drinking Made Easy, Maui. I'm Zane Lamprey, and my job is to drink. I'm traveling around with my mascot, Steve McKenna, and my buddy Pleplius as we explore the local drinking cultures, customs, and cocktails. Along the way, we'll soak in the local flavor in an effort to make drinking easy.
All right, it's about 4:30 in the morning. We're gonna wake Steve up and we're gonna ride our bikes down Mount Haleakala, which is a volcano. I think this is right.
Steve? Where are you?
I'm in my study.
This is your room?
Hey, I think I got your room.
Come on, dude.
You wouldn't believe the growth rate of Hawaiian commodities.
What are you talking about?
Pineapples. They're up like 60%.
Steve, well, can we just go? We're gonna go ride our bikes down Mount Haleakala.
I'll be right down.
All right.
Known as the Valley Isle, Maui is the second largest of the Hawaiian Islands. It's known for crystal blue waters, beautiful beaches, and tropical rainforests. And there are unique drinks to be found around every corner of this small island. We got a lift to the rim of Mount Haleakala, a dormant volcano that reaches 10,000 feet above sea level, so we could make a racing descent on our bikes.
We're starting off today's episode, new episode.
Well, not just new episode, new season.
We're starting off the new season with the six-pack challenge, and this one is the biggest one we've done yet. We're racing bikes down Mount Haleakala. We're racing from here at the top, and we're gonna ride down to the Kula Lodge, which is right down there.
How far is that?
Several miles.
All right, it's gonna be a good one.
It's time for the six-pack challenge. So here's the deal. In every episode of Drinking Made Easy, Lamprey and McKenna compete in a six-pack challenge. The loser buys the winner a six-pack of beer. Before they start, you decide who's gonna win, and if you lose, you drink.
I'm good at two things. I'm good at hockey,
Yeah.
bike riding,
Yeah.
and beer drinking.
Okay.
So I like my chances.
Those are good chances. All right, let's get out of here.
A popular tourist activity is biking from the volcano's peak to the valley floor. The distance from the top to the bottom is about 30 miles, but Lamprey and McKenna are gonna see who can make it to the Kula Lodge about 3/4 of the way down the mountain. Lamprey cuts through the forest with McKenna trailing behind. As they head down the road, McKenna is fighting to keep up with Lamprey. It should be pointed out that racing down the mountain, even with their brain bucket sound, is not the best idea. With that in mind, Lamprey pulls even further ahead of McKenna. They're reaching speeds upwards of 30 miles per hour. McKenna wisely pulls back, but no risk, no reward. Lamprey is clearly the winner of this season's first six-pack challenge. Lamprey pulls back, letting McKenna catch up, and they slow down so they can enjoy some foo-foo drinks in the Kula Lodge.
The Kula Lodge was built in the 1940s and sits on the western slope of Haleakala Crater at 3,200 feet above sea level. They serve up some classic cocktails, but what we're here for is a frozen drink that seems appropriate for a restaurant built on cooled magma. It's time for a lava flow. It has some rum in it, but it's basically a pina colada poured over a strawberry daiquiri.
Is this something that you like to enjoy after a nice bike ride?
Actually, yeah, it's like an ice cream float.
It is. It is.
Pretty delish.
We ordered up a locally inspired Hawaiian pizza cooked in their outdoor brick oven. It's wheat dough, cheese and sauce, and then finished off with two island staples, ham and pineapple.
So we're not quite down the mountain. We're probably about 3/4 of the way from the crater down to the bottom of the ocean. Thank you. We are gonna drink our way across this beautiful island.
I love it.
You know it's called the Garden Isle?
I did not know that.
Because it's not. That's Kauai. That's where we're going next.
Oh. What is this called? The Hawaiian island?
Maui. You remember in the last season, We do those eating challenges, and I kept destroying you.
Yeah.
We did a lot of eating challenges last season. I beat Steve every single time. So this year, we're just gonna stick to the drinks.
I never thought I'd eat pizza again.
I know. I want to let people know that we're not doing eating challenges this season.
Thank you.
Well, it's because I think it made for some interesting television when I stepped in. But you weren't good at it.
I did my best. So, we're gonna keep on biking?
No, we're going to be driven at this point. We're going to throw our bikes back on the Jeep and have our crew drive us around
Probably a safer
for the rest of the day. All right, let's go drink some more.
All right. I'm gonna finish this pizza.
Yeah, sure, now he's hungry.
Hey, let's go. Bubba.
We loaded our bikes on the Jeep and caught a ride to our next location, Maui. Not to be confused with Maui Wowie, a smokable herb. Maui is a bar that started off making chocolate bars, but now it serves up cocktails and an original concoction made from the kava plant.
Kava is a root that originated in the South Pacific and was brought here by the early Polynesians to Hawaii. It's close to a ginger root.
Okay.
It grows probably the size of this table right here.
So we're going to try some kava.
We're going to do the powder. Basically, what you do is you take the root and you break it down. It gets dried and then basically made into a powder.
So this is a half pound of Maui kava that you
Right.
make. We pour this into here.
Make it like a
It's
tea.
like a
okay.
cold tea, right?
So what we're gonna do is, this is called a sari cloth. And we're gonna pour that bag inside here.
The whole bag?
Yep, the whole
Let's do
bag.
the whole bag.
This is a party bowl, so we're gonna have a little party. There we go.
Oh, wow.
Pour it all in there. We're gonna make the whole batch.
To release the chemical cavalactone, you put the powder in a fabric pouch or even a t-shirt and then soak it in water.
The key is the more you squeeze it, the more powerful it gets. It releases what they call cavalactones.
Right, which gives the effect, the calming effect that you get from kava.
There is no alcohol because obviously when you dry it, it's not like you can dry alcohol and then reconstitute it
No.
with water.
Absolutely no alcohol in it. Kind of a earthy flavor to it. Has a numbing effect in your mouth when you drink it too. So what we do is we get the water in here. This is what you do.
Now, the powder that I put in my mouth, on my tongue, that part of my tongue is now numb.
No.
Yes, that's the cavalactones. That's the effect that it has.
So that's what's going to be happening in
When you drink it,
in my brain.
well, it goes through
basically?
your bloodstream, and that it's actually going to relax every part of your body from going to your bloodstream.
So how much can we drink?
You can do 3, 4
3?
cups.
All right, then I'll do 6. You need to go through proper channels, I'm sure, on the island, right? To be able to make it and then also to serve it?
To serve it, yes, I definitely had to go through some ceremonies. In Hana, they took me, dropped tea leaves with a big kahuna. It was major, and then they said it was okay.
What do you mean drop tea leaves? What does that
They
mean?
took me to a bridge in Hana, in the jungle.
Okay.
And the kahuna here was like a preacher.
Okay.
And he said this big ceremony, and then they dropped 2 tea leaves at the same time, and they both touched the water at the same time. So that's when he said it was good to serve to the public.
At what point do we get to drink this?
Right now,
I think we're ready.
We're ready.
Michael and Grant tell me you have to keep churning the water so it doesn't solidify.
In a kava ceremony, you always see they'll always be turning the bowl and always keep the bowl moving.
So it's one person's job to keep mixing it?
Yes.
And I
Present
just-
it to you. We'll clap.
Who claps? I can't clap because I have a bowl in my hand. How do I clap?
No, you go.
I drink
Yeah.
the whole thing?
Yes.
Drink it right down.
Swig it down. You don't want to sip it. Now, he gave you a high tide, so that's a pretty big bowl you've
Yeah.
got there.
It's customary for those drinking with you to clap before and after you take a drink.
Thanks. Now my entire mouth is a little tingling. Yeah, my entire mouth. I kind of feel like almost like Novocaine from the dentist. Not that severe, but no, it's pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty numb.
And that's kind of go through the bloodstream, so that's what relaxes your body and gets rid of stress and that kind of stuff.
Now it's in my throat. Now my
Yeah,
throat is a little numb.
Yeah.
How'd you like the flavor?
Earthy.
Earthy.
Yeah.
You ready?
He's
That means
ready.
he's ready.
He's doing it.
I want to overdo it a little
You gotta
bit.
go all the way.
Yeah, I want to see what it's about.
I don't have all day, so I decide to expedite the process and throw back a few to see how it makes me feel. After 5 oversized cups of kava, I'm starting to feel lethargic, like after Thanksgiving dinner. Then, number 6. I'm not gonna go down this road alone, so I bring in my stunt drinker, Steve McKenna.
Very good.
As Steve begins, I'm pretty happy that I'm done.
I think I have to sit now.
Steve plows his way through several cups of kava, and I try to describe how I feel.
I feel like I just took a big giant bong hit. I'm not lying to you.
Really?
Yep.
You all right?
We need some more water.
I'm great, but I don't want to stand up.
You had 6?
You're very
I had
relaxed.
6.
As Steve hits number 5, he leaves some on his beard for later.
Oh, good.
What number's that?
That's 5.
Okay.
Just cut off.
This is 6.
Number 6.
So we are, in fact, now doing what this is intended to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're just hanging out.
Yep.
And this used to be something that, pardon me, it's like interview you from a chair.
That's okay.
This is something that only guys could do, right?
Yes.
Historically?
Yes.
Historically, it was only done by the men.
The
Ladies
women had to make it.
In the old days, virgin women were the ones that would chew the root, which would release the kava lactone, like I'm squeezing it. They would chew the kava root, spit it in the bowl, they'd add water, and they would drink it.
Can you see that I'm actually holding on to my chair right now at this point?
You got the spins?
I don't know. It's interesting.
I'm standing here and I'm feeling a little,
You feel a little lightheaded as well?
I'm feeling a little just, very.
You're used to it, both of you guys, right?
yeah.
But I like it. I like it. You know.
I like it too. I just
love
don't feel like doing anything but doing this.
Yeah, I mean, you can't OD on it, so don't worry about it.
Can or can't?
You cannot.
Cannot.
Like I said, the worst effect you'll have is you'll
Sorry, I
probably
can't
just
get a good
want to
seal
go
with
take
beer.
a good sleep, a good night's sleep.
I'm gonna go sleep right there.
Bye.
Coming up on Drinking Made Easy, Steve gets all wrapped up in Maui beer.
Slap a label on it.
All
He's
right,
ready to go.
We're done. That's a wrap. Let's go, guys.
Yeah.
Wrap it
All right, let's go eat. I need a beer.
Go. Drinking Made Easy isn't just a TV show about drinking, it's also a drinking game.
Yes, and there's rules to the drinking game that you can play along with us at home.
Rule number 1,
When you see the monkey,
Please.
you get to make somebody else drink.
Whenever I burp, you have to go like this. The last person in the room to do it has to drink. Also, you can drink whenever I take a drink.
Right?
What else?
I don't know.
You gotta stop drinking. DrinkingMadeEasy.com. You drink too much.
That's my job.
Oh. We're in Maui on our way to Maui Brewing Company, and we decided to stop by Kaanapali Beach to jump off Black Rock. In ancient times, it was known as Kauane, or Soul's Leap. It's where the souls of the dead would leap to the gods. We just thought it looked like fun. Cliff jumping really works up a thirst, so we headed to Maui Brewing Company's brew pub for some local beer. Started by Garrett Marrero in 2005, Maui Brewing Company has become popular for their flagship beer, Coconut Porter.
This is the Maui Brewing Company Coconut Porter.
Yes, I think really the first porter brewed with hand-toasted coconut.
So these are made here?
No, these are made at our production facility down Lahaina, about 8 miles south from here, our full facility.
Can you show me how it's made?
Absolutely, we'll go throw some coconut in now.
Okay, we'll go. We'll come right back.
Garrett and I left our beers chilling on his frozen bar top as we headed across town to his brewery, located in downtown Lahaina. Maui Brewing Company does not bottle beer. They only keg it and can it.
This is where everything that is sold outside of the pub is produced and canned.
Exactly.
And
This
kegged?
And kegged as well, absolutely.
And can we talk about the can for a second?
Sure.
There's a reason. So why do you make your beer in cans and not bottles?
We put our beer in cans for a lot of reasons. Number one, it's just, we believe it's better for the beer. You have no light and a lower possibility of oxidation in the can than you do with bottles. The idea is that the can is as the brewer intends it to be.
Plus, you can shotgun a can.
Stand back. That's Imperial Coconut Porter. I've never seen that done before.
This is what he does.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Feel good. Yeah, nice job.
Garrett takes me to where they add fresh toasted coconut to their beer to make their famous coconut porter.
This is where the porter becomes coconut porter.
The first step in it becoming coconut porter.
And we add
Real coconut. This is coconut chips, so it's just the meat of the coconut that we toast in-house, so you can eat it. It's very tasty. You get that oil on your hands. We're gonna try to strip that flavor away from the coconut so that it gets, I guess, in some ways, infused into the work.
Okay.
From here, it's gonna recirculate into the heat exchanger, where we're gonna bring the temperature down as it goes over to a fermenter. And we need to bring the temperature down so we don't kill the yeast. Because if we bring yeast in when it's too hot, then the yeast will die and it'll never ferment.
They fill the tank with wort. It's a sweet, sugary liquid made from malted barley, hops, and hot water. When it gets hot, it converts the starches to sugar so the yeast can be added to create alcohol and CO2. This is when the first round of toasted coconut gets added to the mix.
Keep bringing it in.
beautiful.
Yeah.
You're doing a really good job, Steve.
Yeah. You too, buddy. Now stir it up like a witch's cauldron.
So how long does this sit for?
As long as we drain the kettle, it will go through here. As it passes through here, it's going to go through the filter to capture any particles of coconut, and it'll get pulled out the other side and back into the heat exchanger.
That's all the coconut exposure that it gets?
For this part of the process, yes. After fermentation, it's going to sit on sacks of coconut inside a tank for about a week.
It's sort of like hop.
Yeah, kind of like dry hopping, exactly. So we dry coconut.
Okay.
While the coconut is doing its thing, Steve and Pleplius see if they can help out on the canning line. This machine is churning out about 200 cans a minute. I should point out that Pleplius doesn't have real eyes, which would explain why he's having a tough time.
Sorry.
Steve's problem is, well, he's Steve. But on the plus side, he works for beer. As Steve and Pleplius cleaned up, I talked to Garrett about brewing in Maui.
How did you get started in beer?
We took over a failing brew pub here on Maui that was actually just emerging from bankruptcy. My wife and I had come here on a trip and fell in love with Maui. Noticed there was no real local beer here, for Maui especially, and we wanted to create Maui Brewing, and I was surprised that nobody had done that. There was no Maui brewing company, just like there's brewing companies from all geographic areas.
Right.
Saw a potential opportunity and just went home and figured out how to do it.
You loved beer.
Love beer.
You saw an opening.
Yep.
And you took it.
We get to sit around and talk beer, drink beer, and experiment brewing new styles of beer that haven't been done yet.
And that's what happens at the pub.
I gotta say, onion beer, we went with 15 gallons to start out just because we knew that this might not work.
Right.
I mean, who puts onions in beer? And I guess,
well, at
I guess
some
we
point,
do.
who puts coconut in beer?
That's true.
Let's go to the brew pub.
Let's go.
Through the magic of television, we return to the brew pub across town to find our beers and Steve's sample flight exactly where we left him.
We were gone for hours, because that's about 8 miles down the highway.
And it's already ready.
And it's still cold because of this
well, it's our froster. It's, Hawaii's first.
Okole Maluna, which means what?
Bottoms up.
Well, so technically, if the bottom was going to be up, then the whole thing would be gone. Steve, Okole Maluna?
Okole Maluna.
We have a lot of stops to make on the island, so in the essence of time, I make quick work of this beer.
Wow. That was the first time I think coconut porter has ever been slammed by myself.
It's like sex. If you do it quickly, it can be very good. If you take a long time at it, it can be very good. It's sex. This is Maui Brewing Company Coconut Porter. You can drink it quickly, or you can take a long time to drink it. It's just as good both ways.
That was the longest way I've ever heard anyone say that sex is good.
No, that was me saying that your beer is good.
Oh, okay, I missed that part.
Maui Brewing Company decided to do an experimental beer for the upcoming Maui Onion Festival. Onions and beer?
Oh, this is the Maui Brewing Company.
This is Maui onion beer. Maui onions are very different than what you get everywhere else. It still has some of the spice that you'd get in some of the yellow onions or the Vidalias in California, but it has a little more sweetness to it, a little more caramel, natural flavors to it, especially when you caramelize them. But it's just a sweeter onion, but it retains a little bit of the spice. This is what we used in the batch.
The onion beer is made with a combination of grilled onions and caramelized onions.
Didn't use any oil in the caramelization.
Now, the caramelizing is when you convert these starches that exist in the onion
into sugars.
Into sugars.
Exactly.
And the grilling, this is the grilling part.
Yep.
This would caramelize much slower so that it wouldn't caramelize
Yeah,
as
and
quickly.
here, because of the char, we get a little bit more roast-like flavors to it. So literally, when we first had this beer in development, we just literally ate the onion and drank the beer. Some of it chewed it up and put it in the beer and then drank it to end up on this style.
Okay.
So certainly the first.
It's a really nice, mild, in my opinion, brown ale. It's nice, it's mellow, I like it. Then the onion comes right afterwards. And it lingers, by the way.
It does, yeah. Well, you get that grilled onion, especially the spice, because we're not cooking the onion through in the grilled side. We get a little roast, and then the onion retains that raw spiciness when you eat a raw onion.
Heaven forbid people at home have to come to Maui to try this.
I think if it's a hit at the festival, it's something that we could possibly do every year.
Our next stop is across the island at a bar and restaurant called Monkey Pod. They're known for their cocktails, which incorporate local flavors like the Rain Tree Elixir and the Monkey Pod Mai Tai.
Monkey Pod is a tree that's from Africa but has come out here.
So it's a tree that now grows on the island?
All over the island, yeah. They make a lot of wood carvings, a lot of like the old tikis that you see carved are actually made from Monkey Pod wood.
The Monkey Pod Mai Tai is made with light rum, fresh lime juice,
Is that confirmed?
orgeat syrup.
Orgeat is a non-alcoholic almond syrup that they use in a lot of old, like classic tiki cocktails.
Okay.
Orange curacao, dark rum floated on top,
Nice, attaboy.
and then topped off with honey lilikoi foam.
Are you ready for this? Have you done it
I'm kind of excited. What do we have?
before? All right, so this is the honey lilikoi foam.
Say hello to my little koi, Mike. All right, so what do I do?
It's gonna come out kind of fast, and then you're just gonna go.
And I'm sort of just floating it?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
You'll get better.
It makes a cool sound.
Sounds like a blender. Am I doing it how you would do it?
Yeah, pretty much.
You think that from this position I can get it in your mouth? How's that taste?
Oh my God.
You want some?
No, I'm good, thank you.
This is why I wear the
I'll
glasses.
have mine in glass.
All right, since Steve wasn't paying attention, the Monkey Pod Mai Tai is made with lime juice, orgeat syrup, honey lilikoi foam, orange curacao, light rum, and dark rum.
Okole Maluna.
Which
means...
Bottoms up.
Yeah, bottoms up.
I like this whole Akole Maluna thing. It just makes my job easier.
Oh, it's like that.
Yeah, it's like that.
That was really good.
It's good, right? Tasty. The only juice in there is lime.
Next up is the Rain Tree Elixir, which is made by muddling kaffir lime leaves with lime juice and rock candy syrup.
3
shots, yep.
leaves. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Lime.
3/4 ounce.
What's this?
It's rock candy syrup.
Muddle it.
Muddling releases the natural oils from the leaves and mixes with the flavors of the lime and sugar.
Never seen these used in a drink before.
Then add acai-flavored liqueur and coconut water.
So this is acai. So this is made from a berry, like a blueberry.
The Brazilian superfruit.
It has a lot of antioxidants, and these guys infuse it into a vodka,
Yeah.
which is then called a liqueur.
Yeah. Don't be bashful.
This is really how strong you make them?
Yep. 2 ounces coconut water.
So where do you get this from?
Kyoki.
This Kyoki.
He's a guy who lives on the beach.
So a guy who lives on the beach gives you coconut water?
Uh-huh. He brings a lot of coconut.
That's
water.
fresh. You want some?
You wonder why I wear the glasses.
Yeah, for protection.
Back to the cocktail. 2 ounces of coconut water, top it off with ice, and give it a quick shake.
Can I just go kind of like,
Yeah, I don't care.
because you've been drinking what I'm making. And when you shake, wow, that's not bad. Done?
Yep.
All right, to recap, the Rain Tree Elixir is made with kaffir lime leaves, lime juice, rock candy syrup, and acai berry liqueur.
That has how many shots of booze in it?
2 ounces.
It had 2 ounces like halfway through your pores.
Yeah, it has about 3.
Yeah, I would guess 3 on this one.
I like this.
It's very healthy.
I feel good.
Coming up on Drinking Made Easy, place your bets for another six-pack challenge. Welcome back to Drinking Made Easy. For more recipes and a map of where we went in this episode, go to drinkingmadeeasy.com.
Drinkingmadeeasy.com.
Yeah, I just said that. Thanks. Our next stop is Leilani's on Kaanapali Beach. At this restaurant and bar, I'm meeting with Mark Nigber, the owner of Pau Maui Vodka. He makes his vodka with a local ingredient, pineapple.
So with potato vodka,
Yes,
you take potatoes and you convert those starches into sugar.
to sugars, correct.
And then you ferment that with
yes.
yeast.
Yes, you pitch your
And then
yeast.
you distill it.
And then you distill it, yes.
With this, you skip a step.
We skip a step. We go
You
straight
have sugar
to
already.
sugar, yep. Pineapple is a natural fermenting fruit.
Okay.
You leave it on your counter long enough, you cut it open, you'll see a little suds growing. That's fermenting. That is- Suds. It is fermenting. It's
If
carbon.
you cut it and leave it open for a
Yep,
second?
it's carbon dioxide.
Because of the yeast in the air?
Because of the sugar, yes, and the yeast in the air.
Okay, so can we try some of this? Well,
Yes, we can.
I just want to try it straight.
Try it like a chilled a little bit?
Yeah, sure. Well, should I try it warm or chilled?
Oh, I shake it down.
Okay, we'll shake it down.
I ordered up what Mark calls the Pow-tini. It's just Pow Maui vodka, chilled.
Don't want to water it down too much?
Nope.
Now, the surprising thing, that I think people would be surprised at, because there's a lot of flavored vodkas on the market.
Yes.
People would expect this, a lot of people might expect this to taste like pineapple, but
Yes.
it doesn't.
It doesn't.
The objective of this is to be near flavorless, right?
Right, right.
To not have any flavor of what started the
Right.
process.
Yeah, right. The government says clear, flavorless.
The government.
No smell.
It's really good. It's really tasty. Go ahead, taste it, Steve. And let's get your honest reaction.
You started on the
Again?
That's how big.
What do you mean, how big?
Not how teeny.
Mark's been making Pow Maui vodka since 2006. The pineapple vodka doesn't have any pineapple flavor as one might think. But recently, Mark started making flavored vodkas in his line of vodkas called Island 808, which are infused with local ingredients.
Are we just gonna have them martini style?
We serve it Island 808 straight. Matter of fact, here at Leilani's, that's how it's on the menu, 808 straight.
The Island 808 vodka starts off with a base of pineapple vodka, then adds natural local flavors.
We invented the name Straight 808, and we like to pour them just like they are. Sometimes we'll combine some flavors, like I said, the pineapple, the coconut. But just by combining these two right here, you got a perfect Tiki colada.
How is it clear if it has flavor in it?
We filter out all the flavors, all the pulp.
You say pulp?
Yeah, there is some pulp.
You start with raw fruit.
Start with raw fruit and infuse it down to a natural infusion. And this is pineapple. Straight 808.
So to be clear, Pow Maui vodka is made from pineapples, but doesn't taste like pineapple. The Island 808 pineapple is made from pineapple vodka and then flavored with a pineapple infusion. The next one we try is Pog, flavored with 3 popular local fruits.
This is pineapple, orange, guava.
Pineapple, orange, guava.
Looks like a regular martini.
Yes.
It's not mixed with anything.
Not mixed with anything. This is Island 808 straight.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
No, are you ready for what's about to happen?
Are you ready? I've had this once, maybe twice.
These are too good.
They are too good.
They are now. I don't know how you can make a martini sneaky, but that's sneaky.
It's sneaky. With nothing else added.
It has everything. Well, it's not too sweet. It has sort of the flavor of it, but you can. I mean, the flavor jumps out at you. It's more flavor than I thought it would have, and they're really good. And I think they have booze in them.
A little bit.
Here, you want to try mine? Take a sip of that.
Steve's never really been good at sipping.
I closed my eyes and it was gone. Wonderful. You don't want Pow mixed with anything. You want people to have it straight.
Right.
Now you've mixed these a little bit. It's always expecting like a hint of flavor, and these have a lot of flavor.
I still want them straight.
In a good way.
Yeah.
And now they can be straight.
They're all straight.
You can't. I don't know what you would ever add to that.
Call them
A Cole.
At first, we just poured it, straight, just like we're doing right here.
Oh, brilliant.
What happened?
It's brilliant.
What's brilliant?
You don't have to mix it. You can drink that straight out of the bottle.
I'm a bartender's friend.
This
I'm
is
telling you.
Island 808 straight. That's true.
And you thought I was just another pretty face.
Actually, he thought you were Sammy Hagar.
I met up with Mark and Garrett and went to a little place in Lahaina with a big reputation. Mala, owned by a different Mark, was victorious at last year's Maui Mai Tai competition, and I wanted to see what the fuss was all about.
Talk to me about the Mai Tai. There's a reason why we come here for Mai Tais.
All fresh squeezed juices, 3 different types of rum.
And we're gonna have those right now, right?
Absolutely.
We should have Steve make us. Steve, you need to make us 3 Mai Tai.
Okay.
4 Mai Tai.
4 Mai Tais for you.
The Mala Mai Tais are made with fresh squeezed lime juice, coconut rum and light rum, amaretto, mango juice, crushed ice, and then dark rum floated on top. Then they're garnished with some fruit and an umbrella. Let's recheck Steve's work. The Mala Mai Tai is made with lime juice, amaretto, mango juice, coconut rum, light rum, and dark rum.
And look at this.
Thank you, Steve.
And here we go.
Steve brought us these award-winning Mai Tais.
Yeah.
And yes, they do taste as good as they look.
Whoa.
Mark, do you know the history of the Mai Tai?
There's actually several stories
Okay.
where 3 people, I believe, claim ownership
Okay.
of the original Mai Tai. Royal Hawaiian Hotel
Okay.
claims they invented the Mai Tai. Trader Vic's on the mainland, Beverly Hills, claims they invented the Mai Tai.
Oakland.
Oh, was it Oakland?
The one in Oakland, yeah.
Okay.
The
There you
Mai
go.
Tai was supposedly created in Oakland, and then
At Trader
also
Vic's.
at Trader Vic's.
Right.
And then possibly the Royal Hawaiian. And then there's a third?
There's a third one, and I don't remember.
Oh.
Because when
Secret safe with us.
we were doing our research on making the recipe for the Mai Tai, we went to all these sources because we wanted to make something that was more like the original. We didn't want to get foo-foo or chemistry involved and all that stuff, because that's not what we're about. We're just about quality products.
Making a good drink.
Right. So I think we took sort of the best of the 3 recipes that we saw.
The original Mai Tai had a lot of interesting ingredients. What are the ingredients in this? Because you've made some
Pineapple
substitutions.
juice, orange juice, lime juice,
Okay.
then the rums,
But
and simple syrup,
but the amaretto.
and a little bit of amaretto.
Instead of what?
Orgeat. Yes.
Orgeat?
Yeah, exactly.
What is that?
Orgeat is an almond flavored sugar syrup,
Okay.
simple syrup.
So the
simple
original-
syrup is used in bars to sweetener. Yes. It blends very well because it's got a little viscosity. And Orgeat is simple syrup with almond flavoring.
Okay.
So the amaretto being an almond liqueur, we decided to bump it up a little.
The name Mai Tai, it means not good, but very good. Like Mai Tai means the best.
Aloha.
Mark from Pau Maui, tell us why vodka?
Why vodka? Why not vodka?
Why not vodka?
No, that's not, you can't take that bullshit answer. Why vodka? Why did you come here and
I'm on a
choose to make
desert
vodka?
isle.
You're on a
You're on a
desert
desert
island.
isle.
You can make
You know what?
scotch, you can make tequila, you can make vodka.
Because the pineapple and the juice makes such a great mash. It blows everything away that I've ever done. I used to distill on the mainland.
Oh.
And I used to distill from grain. And then we started monkeying around with, no pun intended, with pineapple. And it blew it away. The pineapple is such an unbelievable mash, and it makes it such a great vodka. I mean, look out. It's unbelievable.
You know, sometimes Hawaii can be a little kitschy. You know, you think of Hawaii, you think of the word aloha, you think of hula dancers and skirts. And so we're trying to change that image by offering quality dining experience similar to New York or San Francisco or LA, and also to offer a different experience to the folks that live here full time. So
I remember when I first came here, the most important thing to me was slowing down a bit. I remember driving by the beaches. I mean, you saw on the way from the airport, you're probably thinking to yourself, like, how could you not live here? This is where spiritually I gotta be. It's a place where when you show up to the beach with your heavy cooler, somebody you don't know helps you carry it to the beach.
Yeah, got it.
How could you not want to be there?
It's a way of life.
aloha.
After our Mala Mai Tais, Steve and I headed back to the Westin Villas for our next 6-pack challenge, stand-up paddle surfing. As a pregame meal, we throw back some Spam Musubi, a local snack which is basically a giant sushi roll with Spam in the middle.
So we're gonna start over here and say go, and then we're gonna race to a certain point. We'll have one of these guys waiting there.
Pretty much whenever you cross the finish line, the race will be over.
Yeah.
With some help of the instructor, we gave Steve some bad advice on how to paddleboard so I could gain an advantage in the race.
You should have 1 foot forward, he said.
1 foot forward?
Yeah, like really far.
Smart.
Yeah, like that.
And be on the front of the
Yeah,
board?
that's it.
So kind of like this?
Yeah.
Go like this?
That's how you turn. That's how you turn.
Get your hands really low on the paddle, so you bend your back a lot. You want to bend your back the whole time. Yeah,
Bend your back.
Be really low.
Be really low. I think we're set.
Let's see.
You're going to be in trouble, pal.
After getting all the pointers we need, we head to the water.
It's time for the 6-pack challenge. In this six-pack challenge, Lamprey and McKenna are competing in stand-up paddle surfing, which are a little bit bigger than traditional surfboards. Now, neither one of these landlubbers have ever set foot on one of these paddle boards before. So go ahead and place your bets. There they go. They're neck and neck as they start the race. Oh, and McKenna loses control and crashes into Lamprey. Lamprey pulls away and gets some distance on McKenna. Lamprey takes hard and is clearly paddling his way to victory. Lamprey starts to get cocky, and McKenna starts to close the gap. McKenna is nipping at Lamprey's heels, but it may be too late. Lamprey gives it some gusto and takes back a formidable lead. The second six-pack challenge of Drinking Made Easy Season 2 goes to Lamprey. Lamprey wins another six-pack challenge.
Coming up on Drinking Made Easy, Caveman Steve discovers fire.
Welcome back to Drinking Made Easy. For recipes that you learned on today's show,
And for recipes that we forgot to tell you,
go to drinkingmadeeasy.com. Drinking Made Easy? That's better. .com.
We're drinking our way across Maui, and our next stop is in the middle of the ocean on a catamaran called the Gemini. We hopped on board and said goodbye to land for a bit. Our mission was to spot a whale, but that was only after mixing up some rum punch below deck with the captain.
This is a rum punch or Mai Tai?
it's more like a rum punch. We call it Gemini Mai Tai. So,
Gemini Mai Tai.
here on the island, you'll find that almost every restaurant chooses a different way to make their Mai Tais, make it a little more distinctive.
Pog is a fruit punch made with 3 tropical juices: passion fruit, orange, and guava. To turn it into a rum punch, add white rum and splash a little bit of dark rum on top.
How about a little more dark?
Yeah, maybe a little more. Yeah, maybe a little more. You know what? Just for you know what? And then some just for good measure. And then a little more because we're on a boat.
More, yeah, you're back.
And a little more because on your boat. Okay. You want to try a sip of that, buddy?
Yeah. Thanks.
It's really good. It's gold. It's gold.
You know, it's kind of it's rummy.
Delicious.
It's rum with a hint of fruit.
There's fruit in there?
What's the objective of the trip?
You know, in season, we see humpback whales.
I offer Steve a challenge. If he can spot a whale first, I won't make him jump overboard and swim for shore.
It's not part of the show.
Well, it'd be funny. If you got left out in the middle of the ocean, it'd be funny. And the sharks out here, they're not too big.
No. In fact, the water magnifies everything. So if you happen to see a 16-foot shark, don't worry. He's really only about 12 feet.
Maybe only about 12-foot shark.
Shark? I don't like sharks.
Well, the dolphins and the whales will probably protect you.
We talked Steve into going up the mast for a better view. Whale season is basically over, so I didn't expect Steve to actually spot any.
This is Operation Leave Steve. We're going to leave him out here in the ocean. Come here, buddy.
Yeah, Steve says we're inside. Looks like we're inside. If you want to be inside of it or outside? First time, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
First time for everything.
So your deal is, so it's kind of like climbing. You're being assisted, but you still have to hold on to the mast the whole way up. You definitely have to make a little effort and kind of shimmy on up that. So kind of work, yeah, same thing, and work yourself, hold on to the mast. Kind of work your way up. That's your deal. There you go. You got the idea. Now get toward the mast. You climb inside. Perfect. And use your legs.
We're there. You got to climb the mast.
Okay, we're down.
The crew pulls Steve up the mast as he holds on for dear life. He's not so big on heights.
Oh, that looks good.
I don't see any whales. You got to get on top of that so you can see it.
You're on your tiptoes now. You guys.
Lower, a little bit lower?
Yeah.
Or you want to go to the top one?
No, I'm good. This is pretty cool, though.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm all right with it.
Do you see any whales?
I don't see any whales yet.
Well, keep looking. You know what you're looking for, right?
Looking for a spout, right?
Sure, a spout. The ridge of the whale. A breach. Yeah, I'm gonna spot one before you, Steve.
Wait, I see him.
For real?
Yeah, over there.
Wouldn't you know it, Steve spots a whale.
For real?
Yeah, I swear to God.
9 o'clock, Marty, looks like.
Yeah,
Or 10 o'clock.
And there you go. Steve spots a whale.
Woo!
You got lucky. You are so lucky, Steve.
I can't believe it. I wouldn't have seen it from down there.
That. Oh, yeah. There's another one. Holy cow, that is amazing. Yeah. Those are monstrous. Steve, I might leave you behind anyway.
Yeah, I know.
I really wanted to leave.
Oh, we might have to leave you, Zane Lamprey.
You know what? I'm gonna count that as a strike. Now I'm leaving you. Damn it.
Steve was afraid to jump in the ocean first. Too many shark movies. So after I dove in, Steve gracefully took the plunge. After our quick cruise, it was time to make our way back to shore. We got dropped off at the Tropica Bar for a Hawaiian original, Okole Hau. Okole Hau is a local spirit made from the root of the tea plant, which grow all over the Hawaiian Islands. Jim from Haleakala Distillers tells me about this unique spirit.
This is a spirit that is native to the islands.
Koleau is primarily from the tea root. Anyone that's ever been to Hawaii, these are growing all over the place. Some of them are red, some are green. The green ones are the best.
Okay.
And they have a potato-like root.
So it's not made with the leaves at all?
Exactly.
It's the potato at the bottom?
You bet.
Okay. How big do they get?
As big as a Volkswagen Beetle.
Stop it.
I wouldn't lie
As
to
big
you.
as the three of us?
Bigger.
Really?
Yes.
Under a plant that
The Okole Wow. Start by muddling some Maui Gold pineapples.
Muddle that up. Okay. You want to break down the cell walls. Grab 3 lime wedges right there.
Okay. Squeeze in 3 lime wedges, then add some hibiscus flower syrup.
Then we have a wild hibiscus flower syrup.
Now what is this?
It's wild hibiscus flowers that have been soaked with sugar and water to create a syrup. Try it. I think it kind of tastes like rhubarb.
Yeah, rhubarb. So if this is a syrup made from that?
Yep, about an ounce.
Then pour in the Okole Hau.
Perfect.
Top with ice, and then shake. Then garnish with a lime wedge and a syrup-soaked hibiscus flower. This is a perfect time for my stunt drinker.
That's a good drink.
That good drink is made with fresh pineapple chunks, lime wedges, hibiscus flower syrup, and Okole Hau.
It's real. I made
Nice
it.
color, dude.
Yeah. Freddie and I made it. There's only one thing you can say after drinking that.
Okole Wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
Our last stop in Maui was just across the property at the Westin's traditional luau. Before the food and entertainment, I was taught how to make yet another version of the Mai Tai. This one is garnished to make it look like a pineapple. The Luau Mai Tai is made with slices of pineapple, lemons, limes, oranges, then add sour mix, orange liqueur, coconut rum, white rum, and dark rum. Start with crushed ice in a snifter glass, then into a shaker add pineapple, lemons,
2 lemons,
limes,
2 limes,
and oranges with the rinds taken off.
inside of the orange now. And put the inside in?
There goes
Just
in.
that?
Yep.
Yep.
Class 101 here. It's fun.
It is fun being the boss, right?
Exactly. 2 more lemons and 2 more limes.
Then muddle. Pour in some sour mix made with lemon, lime, and sugar. Then add coconut rum, orange liqueur, light rum, and shake.
Strain whatever you can get in there now.
Pour it into the glass, but make sure to leave a little room for the dark rum, which is floated on top. Then garnish with 3 pineapple leaves, and voila, it's ready to enjoy.
Wow. That's refreshing.
Beautiful.
While Pliplius went exploring, the crew took a break to enjoy all the delicious food. The Wailele Polynesian Luau features traditional singers and dancers, as well as fire knife dancers. This Polynesian tradition is a way of telling stories of past battles. A luau is a perfect way to cap off a great trip to Maui. As Steve and I took in the entertainment, I convinced him to try the fire knife dance.
Dude, you should try that. Yeah, no, try the fire stuff.
With this beard?
Yeah.
All right, I'll try it.
Okay.
He learns from Tavita, who's Polynesian royalty and a 3rd-generation fire knife dancer.
This is the most important part of the fire knife.
As the chief points out, this isn't just a burning stick. It really is a fire knife. It has a little blade at the end called the Tooth of Death. I think Steve and his beard should just stick to drinking. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and at drinkingmadeeasy.com.